Good morning. Oh goodness. I'm gonna have some glare in my glasses. Guys, welcome. I'm gonna just pop on here and make sure I'm on here and that you guys can see me okay. And I want to be able to see your comments. So, good morning, guys. I am here to do my little coffee and crafts. Sorry about the glare in my glasses. I'm hoping that you guys are going to be looking down here, which I might need to adjust a little bit so you can see. Maybe you don't need to see my face so much. Okay, let's hope that's going to work. Okay, yeah. You might not be able to see my face as well, but that's okay. I want you guys to be able to see the project that we're doing. Okay. There I am. Hey, awesome. Gretchen's here. She's checking things out. So, I'm gonna do this project. If you guys are catching me later on, like if you're catching me not on the replay, whoops, better turn that down. Just comment #replay so that I know you guys were catching this later. I know yesterday when I asked you guys if you wanted to do this coffee and crafts with me this morning, you were like, I gotta work, I'm gone. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is what I meant. I'm gonna come on here live and I'm gonna do this project with you guys, and then you guys can watch it anytime. It's gonna be on this page anytime. I'm gonna do one more adjustment because otherwise it's gonna drive me crazy if I don't. Let's see if I can, there we go. There you go. Okay, and hopefully, let me see. Yeah, you guys can hear me. I hope that you can hear me okay. I'm gonna try not to yell. Okay. Greg's getting some of his stuff going back there. I'm like, wait a minute, what's beeping? So I am going to be working on a project today, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing, and that's the whole point of what I created this page for, was because I love doing this stuff. I love creating things and I love sharing it with people. And so as I go through this process today, I'm going to share a few other things with you guys. But first I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing, and then we're going to get started, and then I'm probably going to chat with you guys a little bit. So I created this wood tray, and it's just some 1x4s and then some 1x2s. And originally I thought I'm going to put some handles on it, and then it could be like a serving tray when I go out and about. Are you okay? I hope he's okay. He'll holler if not. Okay, anyway. So what I was hoping was that this could be a serving tray, and then I found these they're candlesticks. I got these at Hobby Lobby, right? Yeah, Hobby Lobby. They're from the wood pile at Hobby Lobby. There's 5 of them. But I thought these would be cute little legs, and then this could be like a wood riser. And I still could put handles on it if I wanted to, but I think with the legs, I'm not gonna have to do that. But I just kind of wanted some height to it, and so that's what I'm gonna do instead of this. And then I'm gonna be using a stencil. There we go, that's what the stencil is gonna look like. And I got this stencil. It is a JRV stencil, which is Jamie Ray Vintage is the name of the company. But my girls at Julia's Junk sell these stencils on their website. They might have them in the store. I didn't see them when I was there, but I didn't look because I was looking at all their other cool stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to be using this stencil today too, and I'm going to be using some of the Country Chic paint that Julia's Junk sells. This isn't a commercial for Julia's Junk, but this is what I use. I love their paint that I use on a lot of my projects. And I love these stencils because they are reusable. Okay, so I can use this today and then I can let it sit and dry. I mean, I can use it 3 or 4 times today if I wanted to, and then I can use it again with a different color and whatever. So if you guys are watching, just comment, hey, that you're watching so that I know you're watching. I'm gonna get started painting this, and I'm using Sunday Tea from the Julia's Junk. It's the Country Chic paint. So these are a clay-based paint. They're not chalk, but they dry so nicely, and I love working with them. I just love working with them. So I'm just gonna apply the paint. Hopefully Megan's not watching and going, oh, you're doing it wrong, because I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be. I am just a girl who likes to create. I'm a maker who's gonna make. I'm gonna let the dogs in, or they're gonna drive me crazy. Get in here and quiet. So this is what you guys are gonna get if you come on here and you watch my live. You're not gonna get like a professionally looking place, but you're gonna get some fun ideas maybe and some tips and stuff. So a couple of months ago, like a few months ago, during the first quarantine that we had, I joined a couple of groups on Facebook that were like, girl, get back out there and get crafting and doing the things you love. And for those of you who know me, that know, like when we bought our store, that was my whole plan, was that I could continue doing the paint parties and having stuff. And then it got wild. Things got wild and it just didn't happen. And so when I joined these groups this spring, that was one thing that I was like geared up, and I've been talking to Megan at Julia's Junk and a couple other people, and I really wanted to get back into it. But you all know how 2020 has been for everybody, and it's been that way for us too. Greg has just been really battling some pressure sores, and so life has kind of been upheaval and crazy all the time, which is fine. I mean, we're doing fine, but I had kind of hoped to get back into doing paint parties again, and I have some great ideas and I have some things planned, and I do have a hey Amber, hopefully you're sneaking in a few minutes while you're taking a break at work. I won't tell anybody. Okay. Anyway, paint parties. So I had gotten, and I'd shared this in my stories, I guess, that I had gotten some stuff to do a virtual paint party. And when we went to the doctor the first part of September, they were fairly certain that Greg was gonna be in the hospital for another 6 weeks like last time. And mostly it was because of the infection. And so you have to do 6 weeks of IV antibiotics, which is just horrible. That's what we did this spring when he was there in February and March. And so that was kind of like we planned. Like I had it marked out on the calendar that said this is what we're going to be in Billings for this long. And then and I've shared this, not that I doubted that God couldn't do it, but I really didn't have much faith in the medical professions that were doing stuff, because You know, that's what they told us last time, was that Greg would be in the hospital a week, and then 8 weeks later he finally got out. And so the doctor told me, I think he'll be here for a week. And I said, no, you told me that last time. And that's not what happened at all. He was here for 8 weeks. So I just didn't plan anything. But now I kind of feel like we've got her handled for the most part. Anything can happen, and I know that. But I know, Riley, you're bored, whatever. Anyway, but I do feel like I can kind of plan again. So later on this week, I will be showing you guys what the virtual paint party is. And basically what that means is I'm going to have a little kit, and then I'm going to set a date and a time, and I'm going to come on here live like this and walk you through the kit. Now, if we get to do it live like this, if you guys are working on it at home at the same time, you can ask questions. You can say, what in the world am I supposed to do? But one other good thing about it is if you can't join us at that particular time, like if that time doesn't work but you still want to do the kit, then you can very easily work on it any other time, because the video will always be up here on Facebook. So I see a few people are checking in. Just pop on and say hey if you are here, so we can work on our coffee and crafts today. I'm making a wood riser that's going to sit on my counter, and I can put decorations on it. So the big popular thing, maybe not so much locally, but I know that it's popular in a lot of the other craft things that I do and watch, is tiered trays. And I don't really think that many people here locally have gotten into that. If you have, awesome. I would love to see how you decorate your tiered trays, but I haven't noticed that so much here with the local people. And I have one, and honestly, I don't really like decorating it because it's kind of small. And so I thought this will be fun, but I can also still, like I said, I might still put handles on it, but I can still get my fingers underneath there once I put the legs on, and then I can carry it around if I have to. I kind of am excited about the legs. I'm not seeing any. Okay, there you go. Hey, JC and Brenda. Hello, good morning. Okay, you guys are checking things out. Awesome. Okay, so once I put the legs on here, I thought I can take this into bed and have, like, you know, my wine and cheese and all that good stuff while I'm watching TV. That never happens. Whatever, people. That never happens. And besides that, I don't like eating in my bed. I'm weird. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry just a little bit. I'm using the paint, the Country Chic paint that the girls at Julia's Junk sells, and it dries pretty fast. I kind of feel like I want to put one more coat on there. We'll see. But I've got my little feet that we're going to use. And these actually are candlesticks. So they've got a hole in them. So I was like trying to figure out the best way to do it. And I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this flush with the bottom and leave this on the bottom, so it's going to be upside down. It really won't matter, but I think that's probably the only way. Today I'm going to hot glue it, and if it works and I like it, then I will just use my little brad nailer and nail it to the bottom. But I wanted these to be different color, and I don't really feel like staining and waiting for the stain, so I've got some apple barrel paint that you can get this on Amazon, or Walmart carries it. It's nutmeg brown. Hardware Hank carries the what's the brand that they carry? The Ceramicoat, and that's good paint too. And either one of them will work. But I'm just gonna put a little bit on some tin foil here. I learned this trick to use the tin foil because when I'm done, I can fold it over and reuse it and then just throw it away. And I'm not wasting paper plates. And so I'm just gonna take my baby wipe that's wet and try not to get it in that paint, and then just kind of brush it on here. So it's not really the brown that it'll kind of give it, it won't be like so painted on or dark like paint, and then you can kind of rub some more of it off. Yeah, that's not going to be dark enough brown. So let's try melted chocolate. See if that'll work. It'll be a little bit darker. This just gives you the stained look without actually having to stain it. So I'm gonna do this, and then I will show you guys. There goes the phone. Sorry about that. Oh. Maybe Greg doesn't have a phone. Okay, I hope you guys know that you're joining the Hot Mess Expressor on here. Oh my gosh, that was one thing I thought about earlier, is I gotta make sure that Greg has the phone in case it rings. Okay, anyway. So I'm just gonna apply this on here. What I was gonna say was, I'm gonna show you guys the project here in a little bit that we are doing for the virtual paint party. And then I'm hoping that I can get a couple more in before fall. Like, I was thinking a couple that would be good, that if you could either use it for decoration in your home, or you could give it as gifts. So I'm thinking about gift giving already for the holidays, because it's October this week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is normal life, JC. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. I think I have things all together. I am going back to work at the store, which is good, but I still have some stuff that I have to do at home to help Greg, so it's just kind of part-time, and it's all gonna work out just fine and dandy. So here is, hopefully you guys can't hear him yelling on the radio, or on the radio, on the telephone, whatever. So here is what it looks like. I didn't get all the little crevices because I kind of like leaving it a little bit distressed. And then I'm just kind of wiping it off. So it kind of gives, you know, the stained-ish look. So I've got those. I'll finish those up. But I want to get this done. I don't want this video. I don't want these videos that I'm doing to be like 7 hours long, because I'm monkeying around. But I do want to keep doing this with you guys. So I'm hoping that Tuesday mornings at this time will work. And then next week I've got a fun project that I think would be cute for either a gift for someone in your life, or I might show like a couple of variations of how you guys could change it up. But it's been a project that's been on my to-do list for quite a while, and so I have lots of those. How many of you guys have lots of projects that have been on your list for a long, long time? Probably a lot of you. So that's what I'm hoping, is that I can come on here and I can share these fun projects with you guys. Just give you some inspiration and kind of help you guys maybe get some ideas of things you could make for the holidays. So like I said, this board is just some 1x4s, and then I simply just used the 1x2 to hold it together so you can see the back. You could use the back if you wanted to. I talked about putting some handles on there. Something that's really cute that's going around is like the Santa's board, where there's like a little spot for Santa's milk, and then the Santa's cookie, and then a place for the carrot. I'm gonna work on getting, I can't see the, oh, you're hoping to finish the project this weekend. Awesome. I know, trying to find time, and like, goodness, that's why I thought Tuesday mornings, even when I go back to regular hours at the store, I can make this work. Evenings are so hard. Like, we always have something going on when I think, oh, I can do that, and then there's 25 other things happening that night, and it makes me crazy. And then the weekends come and go, and I know that people are busy on the weekends too and probably don't want to be sitting at home watching a video. So trying to find a perfect balance doesn't always work. So I'm gonna quick do another one of these, and I'm not gonna bore you guys watching me paint all of these. I'm gonna get the stencil on and show you guys how to do that. And then if you guys want to check out all the stencils that they have at Julia's Junk, and it's JUNQUE for junk, you can go on there and check it out. And now someone is coming to the house. I swear to goodness. I don't even know what to think. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm back. I don't know if you guys are going to come back, but if not, that's fine. This is take 2. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's outside or why they're out there, but they're not coming in the house, so they must be doing something. They must be doing something. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna finish up painting these. Hopefully you guys will come back. If not, I'll make sure that these go together and you can see them. Okay, I think he's doing something with my fence, which is fine. It's all good. Either that or it was something with the propane, because I know they delivered propane the other day. So, all aboard Hot Mess Express. Let's see if we can get this finished. And then I'll apply this stencil. If you guys happen to be seeing this video later and you're going, what happened? There's 2 parts, so. But I'm sure I should have just kept going with it until somebody knocked at the door, but the dogs were going crazy. Whatever. Okay. You can tell I'm like, oh, what are you guys doing? So, let me get this back up and just make sure. I'm back again. Yep, there we go. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see here really quick. I will get, oh shoot. No, that ain't gonna work either. So we're just gonna go with this. And it is what it is. Okay. So I will finish that in a little bit. I'm not doing a very good job here because it flustered me. It really flustered me. And whatever. You guys didn't come here for the professionalism, I hope. Okay, I'm just using a different baby wipe to kind of, that one seems to be pretty full of paint. Okay, so let's put the stencil on here. At the end of my wipes. just put the stencil on and get going. So, like I said in part 1, these stencils are reusable. You guys can kind of see. So this is a thicker stencil than what I make for my signs. This is a 15 milliliter stencil, and I think mine is like 6. Let's see. These are the ones that I use. You can see they're a lot more flimsy than this. So they work perfectly fine for me. But these ones are a laser cut too. So they're a little bit different and still super awesome. All of it is awesome. Because I'm doing this on a video, I'm going to tape down I'm going to put some tape up here. And anybody who's ever done anything with me crafty wise knows that I'm just an eyeballer. I don't measure nothing. I do measure the things that I'm selling, but I don't measure otherwise. So, I normally, when I do smaller stencils, I just use a makeup sponge, and that works perfect on mine. You do not want very much paint on there, and I'll show you. I'll do it just really quick. And I got my tin foil here. I think you guys can see that okay. So when I put my makeup sponge, I get a little bit of paint, and then I offload it. And see, there's not even very much on there, and you don't want very much on there. And you don't also want to push down on it. Just bounce around. Okay? And I'll kind of lift that up so you can kind of see it's going through there, but we don't want bleeding through our stencil. I do also have this ugly stippling brush, and I like this too, but I do the same thing. I offload, but I just feel like on these thicker stencils it really gets in there quicker, for one thing, but there's a lot less bleeding. You just got to be really careful around the edges there. But like I said, you're gonna have to go over it quite a few times because you don't want things bleeding. See, I got a little carried away right there. I could tell right away. So if I have to, I can go in and sand it down and it'll be okay. But you guys, I don't want any extra work. And what I like about these stencils, especially these JRV stencils, is you can kind of not give it as full coverage, and then it looks like kind of like a vintage. It looks a little bit more vintage, and I do love that look. I love going for that look because then you don't have to do so much work. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you kind of aim for the vintage look to begin with, and by that, I'll show you what I mean. Let's see if I can. Okay. See, it's not like totally perfect on there. I am gonna keep going a little bit. So you could go crazy and make sure that it's totally perfect, or you could just kind of stipple it and leave it kind of distressed. There you go, that's the word. Oop, everything's a little bit hard. I am gonna use my sponge down here because I don't feel like I can get close to the edge. But I just thought this was a super cute stencil. This one is called, I think this one is just called Bakery. Yeah, but you can find these on the Julia's Junk website. You can use these on anything. I don't know if you guys saw my table and chairs that I did earlier this spring where I used some of the stencils. You can use these stencils on material. I have some stencils that make like the ticking stripe. I haven't got to use them yet, but I want to make some pillows for the guest room. And okay, this is another good thing about taping it is, yeah, you can see what you did. So cool. Okay, so you guys want to see what it's gonna look like? Try not to do this and get paint all over everything. Isn't that awesome? Oh man. So you can see on my U in the fruit, I got a little carried away, but the rest of it looks good. And so I could let it dry and then I can go in and I'm gonna sand that out a little bit. Awesome, awesome sauce. So then I'm gonna finish these and I'll put these on here. So cool, right? And make a cute little riser. I had some cool handles, but they're not gonna work for this board. So maybe the next time I get to Hobby Lobby, I'll look, because maybe it would be fun with handles, but at the same time, I don't really know. I'm not really sure. So this is what it turned out to look like. I'm gonna do just a little bit of distressing, and by that I'm just gonna take one of my baby wipes and just get a little bit on there, and I'm gonna dab that off on my mat, and then I'm just gonna kind of do the edges. I really love that look. And then I kind of go down in the little crevices, especially is where I like to distress the most. I don't want to get too crazy, but the one good thing about the baby wipe is it'll also kind of pull some of that paint. If you get a little crazy, just flip it over and it'll pull some of that back out. So I'm going to finish distressing this. I'm really sorry that this was the Hot Mess Express today. But like I said, I have some other plans for you guys. I wanted to show you guys a little sneak peek of the virtual paint party. Okay. Because today is coffee and crafts. How cute is this little banner? So this is going to be the virtual paint party for October. You guys will be able to get this little kit. My friend Heather at Honey Hush Creations made these little cute coffee cups on her Glow Forge. And then we're going to paint the balls, the wood beads, and you'll get some string, and then you guys can decorate it however you want. But this is going to be the virtual paint party for October. I'll have more information on that later this week, probably Thursday. I'll talk to you guys about that and have all the details about how that's going to work. But I'm going to finish this up and then get it going into where I wanted it to go, and I'll take some pictures and get them up on my page. And yeah, we'll try this again soon. Like I said, I'm hoping that every Tuesday morning we can do coffee and crafts together. So that's my plan. If you guys watched any of this, I appreciate it so much because totally insanity. Okay, have a great Tuesday. Have a great week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to y'all soon.